Cherif, Younousse, Solberg, Schmidt. We are rolling. Jason DeVilliers courtside. Ready to plug in my Facebook Live. Ball hits the top of the tape, handled nicely. Getting way off the ground, getting blocked. Outside set. Touch block, Bruno touches, free ball opportunity. Third attempt for Qatar. Wow, trying to let it go, and just touching it is Oscar Schmidt, and drawing first blood. For his Qatar, 1-0. Guys, just plugging in my particulars. Here's a line shot, pretty decent dig, but turning around was Pedro and couldn't see it on time, and now the score is 2-1. That is Qatar. That ball is out of bounds, and now the score is 2-2. They're going to look at that. I'm going to take a minute away. I'm going to delete that last video. Come on. That is Cherif, Younousse, and Ahmed Tijan against Pedro Solberg and Bruno Oscar Schmidt. Thank you for joining me. Jason DeVilliers, courtside. Cross court hit. That ball is dug and trying to bring it back. And somehow, someway that's illegal. I guess it's illegal because it passed over the net inside the antenna. Sounds right? Everybody agree? Yes? All right, cool. Let's move on. One for the switch. Left shoulder serve, that was okay. That ball's just in. Outside part of the line under the rules of volleyball, that's in. And the switch is 4-3. Favor Qatar. Or people want me to say Qatar, and I'm trying. Try it.
Let's go, man.
This is going to be one of those matches where both teams are going to get fired up. It's going to be a lot of testosterone flying. Again, on our side of the net, that is Cherif on the right side, the lefty. And there's a touch, hits the antenna out of bounds. His partner is Ahmed Tijan. I'm just going to call them Cherif and Ahmed, because out of respect for them, I give them the same respect I give the Brazilians, who I will only refer to as Bruno and Pedro. Bruno, wrist away, goes line over the head, just over the head of Ahmed, and now the score is 6-5 in favor of the Brazilians. All right, let's get our countdown to Facebook Live. Let's go live video. And ready to do this again, people? 3, 2, 1. There's a line shot, beautiful, Cherif. Okay, we're live, Facebook Live, and now we're on Facebook and YouTube. That's Bruno Oscar Schmidt from Brazil. Going cross court hard. The score is 7-6. The next point's gonna be for a switch. Bruno's partner is Pedro Solberg, also known as Pedro. And this is Team Cutter. And that's what they do well. They jump high and they hit hard. Enough line to kick a field goal through, and didn't snap his wrist, and that's why I thought Bruno got a touch on that. But then again, when does not Bruno get a touch on anything? That is Ahmed and Cherif. Younousse. And Tijan. Pretty good dig. And now the score is 7. The score is 8-7. It's Tijan and Younousse. Pedro with the serve. Outside set, up and down, and cross court. That is an excellent shot. Way above the air on the block, and the hit is Pedro and Cherif. I have a low network connection, so for the people watching Facebook Live, just gonna have to apologize. Pretty good dig. Trying to trans out and hitting line, dug by Bruno. Bruno on the attack. There's the shot. Big smile on his face, and once again, getting amped up by the Brazilians. I don't think I'm gonna do this with a poor internet connection. I think I'm just gonna get out of this, and you guys will see this later on YouTube. Good night. Fucking doing this. Brazilians are amped up. Very celebratory team. Some of the things they do to keep each other up. I don't suppose any more or less different than the Americans, right? What a beautiful jump. Stepping way in, waiting for that line shot. Almost at the 15-foot line was Bruno. And that was one of those things where Cutter saw him. I just said Cutter. I promise I wouldn't do that. I just don't get that. People message me on YouTube. Why is it called Cutter, right? Why is Cutter sound like it's C-U-T-T-E-R and Qatar looks like Qatar? We're at the technical timeout. The score is 9-12. The Brazilians leading. And by all appearances seem to be managing this game. Okay, just got my Queen of the Beach chair stolen right behind my freaking back. Ball's dug. There's a line shot and striking first. After the point is over is Brazil. That's mine. You can sit there. That's mine. Sienta. That's mine. You can sit there. I don't know who brought it over there, but y'all are good.
Let's go. Huh?
I gotta take my seat and smart ass me. Y'all got balls out here. Shit. Freaking Brazilians, dude. Good swing by Pedro, looking as strong as the last time I've seen him, and the time before that, and the time before that. Cross-court, that ball's out of bounds, and Ahmed was pretty sure he had that, and this is the game of inches. Sometimes if it goes barely out, it's gonna give the other team more momentum, or maybe cost you some of your own. Outside sets, kind of the same set, pretty good jump. There's the coverage. Solberg got the net strong, and stronger on that one is Cherif. Cherif, the big lefty, doing his thing, and now the score is 11-15. The drink was in the cup holder. Do you know who you play next? ¿Quién te juega próxima? No para hoy though, right? Okay. Score is 16-12. Or the other way around, that's 12 serving 16. Thank you, I'm back. I found my chair and I found my alcoholic beverage. Decent pass by Pedro. Pedro, line, and wow, reversing field on that. Wow, a little bit of an early celebration. Cherif with the set. Line over, and Bruno's been covering everything, putting a lot of pressure on this team to be perfect. Bruno, the Olympic champion from Rio de Janeiro, along with Alisson, beat a slew of teams just to make it to the finals. Ball's sharp down the line. We've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Served out of the middle, left shoulder serve, handled okay by Cherif. Cherif, middle of the court, catches the block flying right by. Set, turns cross court. What a beautiful shot by Ahmed. Score is 15-18. Still a muddy uphill climb for Qatar. Not a lot of activity today, not a lot of people coming out to show. But it is Thursday and this is Vegas, and people, even though the nights are wild here during the daytime, people do have work to do. They have work to do at night too, but I think you get what I'm saying. Pedro reading the 2 block perfectly, and now the score is 19-15. And a mirror image of himself. That was Ahmed reading the 2 block on that and going crossover. 16-19. Sorry guys, chewing on a little bit of ice on this hot sunny day in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is platform 1440. Pretty much a lollipop serve, and when you serve Pedro lollipops, you get licked. Handled easily by Pedro. Now it's set point opportunity number 1. Chase. Whose child is that? Okay. I was gonna say, I know ain't nobody give you an okay. Going through the block, yeah. There's Cherif on that and staving off match point at least for one more play as Qatar. Hit straight down in front of Ahmed, and that is the end of the first set. The Brazilians winning in a relatively easy fashion. That's 21-17. We'll be back. Ahmed Tijan to serve first. Ahmed with the jump floater. That had some movement on it. Wow. Looks like a down ball, and the Brazilians try to turn it into a free ball, but cleaning up the mess. Here's Cherif. True first point for Qatar. What's that? I don't know, actually. Africa? I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right. A little bit of a right hand just curve on that jump serve. Up and down pass and a little bit out of system. Oh boy, Pedro would love to have that one back. That was not one of the more difficult points that they had to play during the match. And now taking a 2-1 lead is Qatar. Cherif with the serve. Ball served into the net, and now the score is tied at 2 apiece. Wow, there's an over-the-top swing. Soccer kid goes back at Bruno, and that one goes off the court. Now the score is 3-2. This is the kind of game Qatar's going to have to play. Keys to victory. They have to take care of the little things. They have to play a mistake-free game, and even if they do, that only guarantees them 19 up against this much more experienced, savvy Brazilian team. Bruno with a jump serve, pretty low toss, and that pass is a little bit better. And Ahmed, they leave him line, and line is what he takes. Wow, it's a beautiful swing. Nice swing on that hook on that line shot, and now the score is 5-4. Qatar, it's going to be 1 point leads from here on out, at least up into the technical timeout. So I tell you what Qatar has to win, with what they have to do to win, or at least have a chance to win. They have to play the perfect game. Take care of the controllables. Take care of those jump serves that are coming straight to them. Take care of those out of system down ball shots that are at this level should be played like down balls. Wow, jumped into the cross hook back line, look out, shout. Score is now 6-5. And I guess by that rationale, what do the Brazilians have to do to win? Brazil has to continue to serve tough. I think as Qatar continues to be out of system, they're the ones that actually handle those easier digs better. I think that Pedro does not have to necessarily scheme block. Not necessarily. Let me start over. Pedro doesn't have to necessarily jump into the line or jump into the cross and do all these things where he's trying to deceive the hitter. I think he could just go straight up. I think they could beat them straight up. I don't think they need to do this. What you just saw now, this little piggyback or I formation where he's jumping cross and Bruno's switching late line, or he's jumping cross and Bruno's just staying cross on the I. They don't need to do that. I think Pedro can go straight up, and I think Bruno can go straight up, and they can block and dig that way. I think this isn't the kind of team that they have to do. They have to deceive to beat, and there's a shining example. There's just a block that wasn't even a 1 or 2. That was just something that was a little tighter than the net, something that he saw coming, and there's a block, and there's your real point. No, I scratch it. That's not a real point. It's 7-7. They've been exchanging points from the beginning. The only real point was actually the first point of the game, which Qatar got. Jump serve, out of the middle, handled. Ahmed, blocked, covered. Ahmed to Cherif. Cherif, wow, he had line or cross on that one. I think Bruno was just playing the middle and thinking he can get both, but sometimes when you're in system and you have that reach, if you try to take both, you give up both. There's a serve into the net, and I'm not sure if that was try hard or careless, but in any sense, the net result is the same, par for the course. You don't want to serve to a spot where the defense doesn't have a choice to pass it or let it go. Serve wide, serve long. Bruno saw the switch, made him pay, and now we have a real point. And now for the first time this set, leading 1-0 in the set. Leading 1-0 in the match is Brazil. Outside set again, Ahmed, cross court. A little bit of a scheme block on that one too, and goodbye. You can't leave that guy so that much line. There's an outside set. And that ball is in. Bruno felt like he had to jump out a little more to make that happen, and make it happen he did. Jump serve, Bruno. Once again. Out of the middle, Cherif. Covers, Cherif. Turns away, lost some of his power on that one. Not losing his power on that one is Bruno. Now the score is 11-9, 1 away from the technical timeout. Bruno back to serve again. Outscoring them 3-1 in the last 4 points of the Brazilians, and this serve is going to be competitive, and it should have been. Bounces off the top of the tape. It challenged the platform, and the platform won on that one, and now the score is 10-11. We're at the technical timeout. I think the refs should have their own umbrellas. We're back from the technical timeout. Up and down set, that's a high ball. Bruno handles in rather easy fashion. Big smile on his face after that, and now striking first blood after the technical timeout are the Brazilians. Bruno Oscar Schmidt, 2008 Olympic gold medalist. Moreover, in his home of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Check me on that. I might be Ali-san, that's from Rio, but I believe one of them are. One of them's small town, one of them's big. Message in. Correct me. There's another set, pretty high, and Bruno is on fire. And that's what happens when you serve Bruno a lollipop. One of the fastest defenders on the beach for the last few years. They actually timed how fast he can cover a ball after contact, and the time was 0.922 seconds. That means if whatever you hit, block straight down, giving Popeye spinach. With that block, Pedro Solberg, and now the Brazilians are slowly taking over, 14-11. So I believe it's 0.922 seconds or something like that. In other words, if any of your shots or quasi-hard-driven balls are in the air for a little under a second, he's digging it. That's elite. That's elite. That's ridiculous. (12-14), and Bruno picking up right where he left off. That's 15-12. Coach! What's up, brother? There's the switch. Switch is 13-15. Score right now, a testament to exactly what I was talking about. Cutter cannot give them an inch. This Brazilian team, if you give them an inch, they'll take a yard. Wow. Set tight, no problem. Set too far out to the right, no problem. Set too far off the net, no problem. Wrist away, wrist away, wrist away. Goes Bruno, Oscar, Schmidt. Wow, there's a wrist straight down by the cutter hitter. That's Cherif trying to make something happen. Trailing by 2 is Cutter. I don't mind them choosing someone to serve. Yeah, you gotta get right at the end of the day, you gotta serve someone. Unless you just want to work the hell out of middle and see who takes that. There's a left shoulder pass, and that's doable. That's workable. That's the kind of ball that you're gonna have to put Brazil in constant situations to get some of those points back. And absent of that, this game's gonna end just trading side out. I think at this point, Brazilians are more than willing to accommodate them power shot for power shot. Score 17-14, 4 side outs, and they're done. Pass out of the middle, back set, almost like a slide. Not a good set, man. That ball got away. And if that was the design play, someone should have let Cherif in on the big secret, because he didn't get it. And I believe they still have a timeout. And, I mean, to be totally honest, if they were going to use a timeout, it was going to be when they were down by 3, 14-11. Between the hands splitting the uprights, the kick is good. And now the score is 15-18. There's an ace. Wow, much needed break for Cutter, and the score is now 16-18. The Brazilians actually call timeout on the switch. Before the switch, 1 point before the switch. All right, we're back from the timeout. The score is 16-18. 1 for the switch. Boy, that ball had some movement on it. That was tight. Handled okay. Pedro. Wow, over jumping way too much into the cross on that was Cherif. And there's your switch. 19-16. Serve out of the middle. Pretty good pass, and Pedro, man, he's really got a beat on him. It's like he knows exactly where he's going. And once again, that one, he didn't jump into anywhere. He just played it straight up. And once again, and that's what I was thinking Brazil had to do to just finish us off. I think they're doing well anyway. I just think at the end of the day, the better team is winning. But you don't have to do things the hard way. There's a block that's covered. Pedro, up and down set. Bruno, got it. Bruno, Oscar, Schmidt. Match point opportunity number 1. Left shoulder serve, he had to take it. Couldn't take the chance on that. And there's the intelligent move by Ahmed. Tijan. Outside set. Beautiful set by Bruno, and an even nicer finish by Pedro. Winners. Second set, 20-18. Winners of the first set, 21-17, the Brazilians over Qatar. Thank you for watching, everybody. For all of you at home, for all of you that missed the Facebook Live that got cut off, thanks for tuning in on YouTube. I'm Jason Debilius. So long.